I had an experience, okay, so this has to do with another mission because of the one President Christensen, so I hope it's not inappropriate to share this, but this was a life-altering experience for me. And of course, I have a number of spiritual experiences on your mission and life-altering. But I was a convert to the church. I've been a member about, just about a year and a half when I joined my mission. But I had been active in the church only for about 10 months. And I really struggled early on in the mission because I didn't know things. Like, I didn't know that the blacks didn't hold the priesthood. And I didn't know what polygamy was. And I remember going to a missionary discussion in Selma. And I think my companion at the time was Kempton or Chambers, one of those old guys. I don't remember now, but I remember this guy was just blasting us apart and talking about polygamy and blacks not holding the priesthood. They just got the priesthood earlier the year before, 78, and I didn't know any of this stuff, and I'm just going, holy monkey. But that led me to begin to want to know how committed I was to the gospel. Because I was raised in a home by Germans, and they lived in Nazi Germany, and so needless to say, we were preached anti-racism. And so here I was learning about blacks not holding the priesthood, so I was pretty shook up by that. So I prayed quite a bit, and over the course of that year, I really questioned a lot. I felt like, and I'm sure some of you elders can experience this or can appreciate this experience, but I felt at times that I was not worthy to be out there. I felt like the Lord was I was wasting the Lord's time. I felt like I was wasting the Lord's money. I felt that there were probably people that needed to be there instead of me. And I think basically I just didn't feel like I belonged. Well, I went to Stockton. That's why I chose that. Forced that. And I went to Stockton and had a companion at the time, Elder Rivera. I don't know if he's here. Adolfo. Rudy. And Rudy's a good man, but we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. And mostly eating sunflower seeds when he was tracking, drove me nuts. It was one of the ugliest things you ever saw. No joke. I didn't want him to smile or anything. Don't show your teeth. Let's be serious. Let's be serious, dude. Then I had been going through this experience in my heart of wondering why I was there. And this is a year. I've been out a year, 8. So, I mean, this is not just a couple of days or a couple of weeks or, the MTC and, wow, what am I doing here? This is a year in. And I was an obedient missionary. I kept the rules. I had a lot of fun. But I was very obedient. And I did what I was asked to do, but I struggled. Well, one night, and with that background, if you don't mind me sharing this, I'm sorry to be a little long-winded, but you should know by now. You should have known that when you asked me to do it. God. Anyways, I was in the bathroom. I had zits real bad. I remember I used to wash my face with ivory soap every night. It was about 10 o'clock at night, and I'm washing my face with ivory, and I'm just weeping in the bathroom. Just distraught. I had a companion, and I didn't think I was training him, and I didn't think I was doing a great job, and a lot of self-doubting. And so, it's about 10 o'clock, and I remember looking in the mirror, and I remember seeing tears going through the soap. And then I remember the phone ringing. 10 at night, hey, who's calling? So I go to get the phone, and I say, hello, this is Elder Widener. And it was the mission president. And I'm nothing special. I'm not a DL or a ZL or an AP or nothing. I'm just a trainer, up in Stockton, which is how many hours from Fresno. And there was President Brunson at the time, but I speak to the title of president because it's an inspired title, inspired position. He says, Elder Widener, and I didn't even know if he knew that I was from Adam. He says, Elder Widener, I just felt impressed to call you. And tell you that Heavenly Father loves you. And he said, what's going on in your life? So needless to say, I just spilled all the beans and wept and sobbed and told him everything that was going on. In the bathroom, of course, or wherever it was, where Rivera wasn't, you know. I didn't want him to hear all I say. Some of it had to do with him. And he said, you just go ahead, go, and he says it's getting close to 10:30, it's time for bed. And you go and tell Heavenly Father everything you just told me. And I went out that night and I prayed, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And my life changed. My life changed at that moment. And the rest of my mission was utter peace and joy. And I've carried that with me all these years. And I owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to my Savior because He knew me. You see, He knew who I was. Mission President didn't have to call some idiot Canadian who in the middle of nowhere and stopped it. But He did. And that changed my life. That changed my life forever. And I will be forever thankful to my dear Savior for knowing who Al Widener was. And I probably didn't feel worthy to be loved by Him. And that was life altering. So I hope you don't want to share that as long, but that was huge for me.